Hello. Welcome to the Healthy and Aligned podcast. In this podcast, I talk about all things holistic living, holistic health, living, and finding your purpose. And today, I am super excited to talk about creativity with you. This topic is actually so much fun for me because I actually studied creativity, not innovation management, but literally creativity. So you can imagine that I have a lot of things to say when it comes to creativity, and I am super passionate about it. So you'll hear a lot talking about creativity. So let's dive into the definition of creativity, because quite often when we hear someone is being creative, we immediately think about artists, about people who write music, produce music, or painters, or pottery, or anything that is craft and arts related. And while that is definitely a type of creativity, that's just a subset of it. That's not all of it. Creativity is everywhere. It goes far beyond just art. Creativity is a fundamental aspect of who we are, of what it means to be human. It's about expressing ourselves, it's about solving problems, it's about imagining new possibilities, imagining a new world, dreaming up things and bringing them to reality. So I believe that creativity is actually how you express your purpose, and that could go in any direction. So creativity is basically the ability to generate original ideas. That's what it is. Think outside the box, draw outside the line, come up with new approaches, with fresh perspectives. That is creativity, and that's all it is, right? And how you express that can come in so many different beautiful ways. It could be when you cook, it could be when you talk, when you write, when you develop a new product, when you draw up a project plan. Even you can have a creativity infused project plan if that's something that you enjoy doing. And it's basically the fuel that drives progress. And creativity is definitely what helps us navigate life, navigate all the challenges that come to us day to day. It happens all the time, right? Every day has its own challenge, might be small, might be big, and creativity is how we can properly respond to that and how we can help ourselves to navigate those challenges. So unfortunately, there are a couple of misconceptions when it comes to creativity. It's like it's only reserved for a couple of chosen few people. They get to be creative and I am not. I'm not born with the creative gene, for example. Well, that's bullshit. Everyone is creative. Everyone has creativity as form of their expression. It's just that how it is expressed is very different. And also, we kind of unlearn to be creative. So as kids, we're all very super creative. We come up with stories, we do role plays, we play with our little Lego figures and make up an entire life for them, or we tell stories of what we imagine has happened during the day, and our parents are like, are you sure you really wrote on that unicorn today in kindergarten? Does that make sense? And this question that I said at the end, does that make sense, is also why we stop being so imaginative and so creative. It's kind of like trained out of our system, right? We got to be serious, we got to focus, we got to, grow up. Those sentences we've probably all heard. And that's what kind of stifles the creativity within us, and we mute it and we tone it down, and we rather just follow the beaten path and do what we've always done because that's the safer choice. So no matter whether you're an accountant, whether you are a teacher, a trainer, a doctor, an engineer, it doesn't matter which profession you actually follow, every work can profit from a set of fresh perspectives or new and different and hopefully better ways of doing things. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I've talked to a couple of people from finance who said, like, we cannot be creative. Creative finance is actually something really bad because it means that we're cheating. However, while you shouldn't be creative maybe with your numbers, you can still be creative in how you set up your day and how you create those processes, in how you communicate with other people to get the right numbers, in how you document the numbers, and so on and so on, or how you showcase, specific numbers. So there is always room for creativity in any type of profession, and in my humble opinion, I think it is direly needed as well. There are too many professions who've stopped innovating and who are kind of idling in, doing the same thing over and over again because it kind of works. Why change things that work, right? Another thing is that people often believe that creativity is connected to one specific skill. Like, maybe you are very creative in the kitchen and that's it. Anywhere else, you are not creative. Or you're very creative at telling stories to your child when they go to bed. But that's about it. That's the limit of your creativity. And again, I call bullshit. That is not true. If you are capable of showing creativity in some aspect of your life, you can transfer this level of creativity also to other aspects of your life. You can be creative in every aspect of your life, basically. So it is not limited to like a specific area or a specific skill or a talent, even though a lot of people believe that to be true. So the thing is that our innate creativity, it manifests itself in so many aspects of your lives. I mean, I mentioned cooking, but how about gardening? How about how you set up your home, how you design your home, what you do with decoration, how you communicate with friends, how you communicate with your family, how you write a text? Like, it could be in the smallest things throughout your day. And it is definitely 100% not limited just to the realm of art. It is, as I said earlier, a fundamental aspect of just being human, right? And one reason why everyone is creative is, I kind of alluded to that earlier, we are all born with this innate natural curiosity, and we are designed to explore and to experiment and to learn and to grow. As I said, as children, it's so effortless to be creative. It just comes so natural to you to imagine things and making up games and creating stories, constructing these entire new worlds. It's just what you do. It's who you are, right? And this childlike curiosity and this openness to possibilities, those are the seeds to your creativity. And those seeds, they remain with us for our entire life. There is no limit to that. And it's up to us to kind of nurture those seeds and help them grow and help them get bigger and flourish, right? And as I said, over the years, we kind of mute our creative expression. We suppress it, we're scared of judgment, or we just forget about it because it's not needed, in our daily life. We have our rituals, we have our routines, we know how things go. We just do the same things over and over again. And it kind of makes sense to us and it works. So why reinvent the wheel, right? I mean, we have a functioning system. What's the point in that? And you might probably remember a point in your childhood or in your adolescence, most probably, where you were told to do that, where you were told to stop playing around, where you told to be serious or be realistic. One of the best recommendations ever: be realistic or grow up, like those things. They hurt us, they hurt our creativity. We might have been ridiculed for expressing certain ideas or being imaginative. And those things are poison for our creativity. It kills it at its core, it stifles it, it takes the air away from it, right? And that's how we end up doing what everyone else is doing. That's how we end up sticking to the same thing, sticking to the same habits and the same routine. It's just so much safer for us to do it that way because there won't be so much judgment, right? Or at least we can handle that judgment because that we've known for forever, since we're doing it this way. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel though, because creativity can be reawakened. It can be learned, it can be practiced. It's like with any other skill, you can train your creativity and you can get it back. You can reawaken your childlike curiosity because it is still in you. And slowly but surely, when you do that, creativity can come from maybe a artistic pastime activity that you do on a Sunday afternoon to being an important part of your life, to being more prevalent in what you do and become very natural in how you live your life. So it does take a little bit of work. It does take a little bit of focus and intention, of course, to do that, but it is 100% possible. Creativity is a skill, right? It's something that you can do and you can practice and you can grow and you can invest in. And I will talk about that in another episode. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned for a future episode. Just to let you know that it is possible. I've done it. I've trained people to do it. It used to be my job to work in creativity for teams, to create an environment that fosters and allows creativity within teams in a huge corporation that is very stuffy and hierarchical and old school, and people would not believe that it was possible. And I tell you, we did that. It is possible. So if those stuffy people can learn it and can do it, so can you. So just stay tuned for more info on that. But maybe now at this point you're like, okay, I get it, it's important, I got it, maybe I have to reawaken it, but why does it even matter? Why is it important for me in my life to actually invest in that and to be creative and to even think about those things? And the way I see it is that when we engage in creative activities, we tap into a part of ourselves that increases fulfillment, that is pure joy, because this is how we want to express ourselves. And it is how we are authentically ourselves, because this is who we are. And embracing new experiences and maybe adopting a growth mindset, those are the things that can help you unlock, enhance your creative potential, and basically be aligned with who you are and express your purpose that way. Because we all have different expressions of our creativity. Some write, some paint, some sing, some dance, some cook, some garden, some design products, some design buildings, some build the buildings. Like all of these different expressions of who we are just the way that we express our purpose. So I hope this was fun for you. I hope this episode was interesting. You got some new insights. Maybe I triggered some thoughts in your head, and I would be really, really curious to hear what you think about it, what came up for you. Do you believe that you are creative? Do you believe everyone is creative? Because I think we can all think of some people where we have our doubts with that, but yeah, I think in the end, everyone is creative. So what are your thoughts? Share it with me on Instagram at zenandgreen, or you could also just send me an email. It's lisa@zenandgreen.com. And thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here, for learning with me. And I can't wait to talk with you about creativity because I really truly love this topic. And I see you in the next episode. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye.